And I am here. Don't know if Jamie's going to be joining me. Hopefully she will, but I'm here. I'm here. I'll let you join in. A few people join in first, and I'm going to share this out. Okay, let's see. But I'm here. Come join me. Let me turn my chat on. Hey. We're on what, day 7, 6? Because we missed a day. Day 6. We are on day 6 now. So, looks like I'm the only one in here so far. Hey, everyone. Come join me. Let's see if we can get a hold of Jamie. Nope. Hey, Miss Renee. Hey. Thank you. Hopefully Jamie will be joining later. I'm not sure. But I did talk to her earlier. She had planned on it, so. How are you, Renee? How are you? Good. I'm doing very well. Hey, Raven, how you doing? I'm doing very well. You finally caught me live, Raven. You don't catch me that often. But I will get started in like just a few seconds, even if it's just us, because they could just watch the replay. Hey, Renee, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Hey, so the 3 people that's on here, all ours. Look at that. Raven, Renee, and Renee. But well, be careful. Have a good night. Be careful and have a good night. It's gonna go by real fast for you too. Watch. No headaches. We gonna claim that. So, well, 4 or 5 people. We got more people in here now. Hey. Thanks for joining. Have you guys started doing the clearing of your homes, your living quarters? You've been getting rid of things that you're not using any longer? Have you seen any difference? Have you been able to bring new things into the home? I know I have. Actually, what I need to do is learn that balance. Every time I throw something out does not mean I got to bring something new in. Samba, hi. I use the Sage too and the Palo Santos. I got look, I've got the Palo Santos. I use this like after I sage. Then I've got different sage bundles that I use. This is the one I use for abundance, prosperity with the cinnamon stick on it. Let's see, I got another one over here. With the roses on it. Hey, thanks for joining. So yeah, I use different sage bundles as well. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, I do different sage bundles and then a Palo Santos wood. I'll burn this like if I'm just sitting here, maybe if I'm about to do a reading or something like that, I'll burn this to clear negative energies. I've also got a spray. Which one is it? I don't know where it is. But I have a spray that I used it earlier, but so it's around here somewhere. It is a Palo Santo spray. Hey, Angel. Ah, Jamie's here.
Hello.
Jamie's here. I told you.
I
So
was in a zone. I was getting ready to take a picture and say, in the beginning there was this. So everybody watching, pay attention. In the beginning there was this.
just that, and you're gonna make something beautiful.
It's getting ready to be something. I don't know what, but
as usual, we were just talking about different things that we're using to clear energies. And we were talking about the sage. I was showing them the sage bundles I have, the one with the roses on there, the implements for self-love, love, things like that. Remember, you guys, I'm a visual person, so that's how that helps me. And then I have the other one here I use for prosperity with the cinnamon stick on it.
Nice.
Yep. And then I was showing them the Palo Santos I use. And I use this, like this, whenever I sage, I always open all my windows and doors. I always open all my windows and doors.
To let the energy pass through, out.
Go out, right. And then when I do the Palo Santos, I don't have anything closed then. I usually have it open. Now, if I'm using it wrong, I don't know, but that's the way I do it. So,
okay.
And like I said, I don't know of any rules to it, but I don't know.
I can see that there.
But I know the sage I do open the windows for. I make sure that the windows are open for that. So,
and I usually follow mine with sweetgrass to balance out the pungent.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like the smell of the sage.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And the sweetgrass just sweetens. It just sweetens the bitter. Got that from a neighbor actually who how she burned. Like I never thought about burning something sweet behind it. I'll put cinnamon in a pot, but
we can't see your face.
Oh, oh, this is Boob City.
Yep.
Lights on.
Look, we should get a whole bunch of viewers now.
We don't want y'all's attention, okay? Ain't nothing happening.
But I have like this nice little book. It's the spirituality of success. I love this book. And I only paid like $4 for it, okay? And in this book, like it gives you like different techniques. So barriers. Y'all don't look at me because I don't use my bifocals, okay? So in this section, we'll be sharing some barriers that keep you from experiencing the success you desire in life and how to resolve or lessen these limitations. So I've been nose deep into this book to find different ways to remove blocks. Just more than just the sage and the clearing, you know what I'm saying? Because it seems like every time I have a thought for something comes up to try to stop me, and it's up to me to get over that stopper, that block. You okay?
Yeah. I had to let Nala in. She was outside doing her barking, talking to the community. And now I'm trying to close the blinds though. I'm not on. Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry.
So, like the different type of blocks they have, lack of clarity. Yeah, like, okay, so they're showing like lack of clarity, meaning, like I was saying, I could have an idea that I want to execute something, but I'm not quite sure of how I want to go about it. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to, yeah, you froze for a half a second, but you're back. So yeah, at that time, it's up to
Okay.
you to ground yourself, meditate. Journaling is a very good practice to help clear that lack of clarity. And it says you need to be specific and clear. What do you truly desire? What is your message, service, values, purpose, etc.? Write it down. Write it down. Keep a journal of it. I think I said before about the butterfly effect. When you write things down, it helps cement it in your mind, if that makes sense. It's also part of, the Nikola Tesla 369, talking about, how you write it down. Don't know exactly how it is. So I'm not going to go in specifics about it, but I know it's like something about writing it 3 times, and some other stuff. You know what I'm talking about, Jamie?
Yes.
Have you studied on it? Do you know anything about it?
Give me a second. Yeah. Actually, I was adjusting the scene because it looked like I was a little revealing. A little more revealing than I wanted to be. All right. So, and then now, much better. Gonna be live, right? Yeah. So, what were you saying again? Bring us back.
Do you know anything about the Nikola Tesla 369 method?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Who is that?
We'll talk about that later after I research it more, because I've been researching a little bit, but not much. But I know, like I was talking about, writing things down, and that helps cement things into your mind. It helps you with realization as well. It helps you with that lack of clarity. So you gotta know exactly what you want to desire, and manifesting is everything. So in everything that you do, you have to be sure of what you want. You have to be sure of what you want. So, you have anything to add to that?
I know that you're right on. You have to be definite of what you want. Writing it down. Let's say what I'd say to. I'm just expanding on what you just said. If I write something down, I've made a mental commitment, and I've also committed it to paper, which also helps make memory. It's still an intention until I act upon it. If I journal, this is where journaling is good, because with journaling, you'll see, let's say you intended something, but you didn't fulfill that which you had said you intended. Then by journaling, you can look at your patterns and habits to recognize where it was that you fell short and help yourself in the next phase of following through on your intentions.
Right. Hey, Kelly.
And sometimes this ain't meant. You know, if it's not for you, it will not come to you.
Exactly.
That don't mean say something's not for you. You know, the universe is abundant and has an abundance to provide. But again, only what's for you, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. In here it says, without clarity, there will be delays of having what you want, or you simply won't get it. So that, okay, if it's not for you, that's true. However, who's to say something isn't for you?
Right.
When you start thinking maybe it's not for me, guess what that does?
Puts it in the universe that it's not for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
So
pursue it.
that's one thing I try to practice. If I want it, it's for me, period. It's gonna come. I don't care. Even if it means something bad to me, guess what? It's going to come to me and it's going to make me feel bad, and then I'm gonna realize that's not something I wanted. It's up to me and what I want. I can get whatever I want. I don't care what it is, good or bad. I can get it. Now, if it doesn't, if it doesn't feel good and you still want it, then that's what you're manifesting to you. So I understand what you're saying about if it's not for you, but to me, whatever I want is for me. Now, it may not be good for me. That's something different. It may not be good for me, but guess what? I won't figure that out till it gets to me and it's not good for me. That's my fault. Got to take accountability for my own actions.
That's right. Choices, decisions.
Renee says, yep. Renee says writing your petition on paper creates a mental impression. It sure does, which brings your intentions into clarity to your higher exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you, Renee.
Thank you, Renee. Exactly. That was beautiful. She said, writing your petitions on paper creates a mental impression, which brings your intentions into clarity to your higher consciousness. You will manifest your desires through intentional practices. Yes. And that's true. That's true. That's true. That is so true. So once you put a doubt, that's you.
You're going to do without.
Implementing that energy of blockage.
Yep.
Even if that maybe it's not for me right now. It's not up to you. If you say you want it, the universe saying, okay, hold my beer, watch this. And as soon as you say, well, maybe, the universe said,
Hold it now.
Hold it now.
I couldn't resist.
Right. Beastie Boys. Ooh, I show my age. Don't tell nobody.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. And thanks again, Renee, for making it, reaffirming why we write things down. Something I learned in acting is when we did our scripts, to memorize the script. They were like, the best way to remember your script is to write it in blue ink. So if you write it in blue ink, which also represents royalty in the admiralty world, writing it in blue ink commits it to memory, seals it, and puts a royal signature.
Makes it official.
Yes. Puts that royal signature to it.
Yep. Doubt cancels out intentions. That's exactly right. That's exactly what it does. And even in this book, it's saying, okay, it says, and to touch on that, 2, not sharing the real you. Being and expressing an image or idea of someone else is not authentic. There's a conflict and it is felt by others. For instance, in sales, scripting is important, but how do you really bring the essence of you into the script? And I remember doing that when I was selling.
Mm-hmm.
I had to tweak it because I didn't want to sound like a robot.
Yep. Yeah.
I made it mine. Okay. How do you really become present and connected to the experience and authentic in the actual experience? It says, fake it until you change. That's not being fake. That's stepping into your power. Now, they're not saying lie. That's a difference. So, for example, if it's something that's out of your comfort zone, i.e. me on this live, Just yesterday, I got, oh my God, your energy is so great. And do you know how nervous I was? But I faked it until I made it. And I'm faking it now. And I'm going to continue to fake it until I feel more comfortable. That's what I'm going to continue to do, because that's me claiming who I am, my power. I'm not letting my fear hold me back any longer.
And let's clarify what you're faking. You're not faking about clearing blockages and the knowledge that you have. You're pushing yourself beyond your self limits to go ahead and be public and use your speaking voice.
Right. You got to keep showing up, going through the emotions and the emotions, as this will change you. And that's true. This has made it a little easier for me to get on live. You see, I was like, what, 4 minutes late this time. But it's making it easier. Also says, realize the fake it still means you need to be fully in the experience and not just nonchalantly going through the motions, because this will not change you. So stay in the moment and feel the change. Welcome it. Because if you're not changing it, you're still in that blocked energy. Energy has to be fluent. It has to move. It has to move. It can't stay in one spot. So it's up to you to change your mindset, make things happen. Make things happen. Okay?
That's what she was talking about. This wire is hard.
Right. The third one.
Say it's soft.
Not releasing the past. So holding on to emotions and recordings of the past, that's going to block you.
Hinder.
We said that before. And I said this yesterday, and it's funny. To our body, an emotion is simply chemical information from the environment. The emotion turns on a gene in order for us to adapt to our environment. We begin to modify our behaviors and actions in some way to adapt to the environmental conditions. We change neurologically. Gangs of neurons organize themselves to reflect the new conditions as they begin to respond to the environment, experience. So, the effects of your environment is pushed down generation to generation. That's why they say, like, the effects of slavery is pushed down generation on generation. However, that can be changed. It's an energy. It can be changed. So who's going to take? What if they're deceased? It's still, they're deceased. It's still an energy. It could change. The physical is gone. The energy is still existing. So what I do, I write it out. I write it down. That's just like, ancestors that are slaves that are deceased. There's people now that are millionaires. They've made it out of that because they've changed that mindset. They may have changed even their environment. But it's all an energy. It's all an energy. That's why it gets pushed down generation to generation to generation, because no one wants to change that energy. I got to check something because I got a full moon ritual going on in the front room. So hold on. Make sure.
Oh,
We good. Okay.
Good.
Oh, we good. We good. No, let go. I mean, if they're bad memories and it's not serving you your higher purpose, if it's making you feel bad, Angel, I would release them. So, for example, people have memories of people doing something to them, and that person that did something to them is deceased, so they can't go to them and tell them how they feel. Write it down, release it, and then burn it. Because I use fire banishment. Okay. I'm gonna set it on fire. It's gonna be gone. And that's my visual. I was saying before, that's my visual. So if I felt some type of way, somebody did something to me, made me feel some type of way, and I can't get to them, even if they're not deceased, and I can't get to them for whatever reason, I'm writing it out and I'm releasing it. Because the important thing is for me to release those feelings.
And to forgive yourself.
And to forgive yourself, right. Because remember, no one is doing anything to you that you don't allow to do. Now, they may do something at first, doesn't feel good. You say something to them, they continue to do it. If you stay in that environment, guess what? It's not their fault because they're just that type of person. And you can't change them from being that. So the best thing to do is forgive yourself for being in that situation or allowing yourself to be in that situation. That's what I do. That's what works for me. But you have anything, Jamie?
No, I'm listening. I'm listening good tonight. You read the whole thing on barriers?
No, it's still more.
Oh, okay. And who again is this by?
This is by Robert Novak.
N-O-J-A-K?
N-O-V-A-K, Novak.
Oh, okay, Novak. N-O-V-A-K. You can get it on Amazon. It's a nice little book. It's pocket size.
I don't know. I got it from my little store I'll go to.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I'll look it up. I will. Here's a good quote by Dr. Joe Dispenza. You can't go to a new future holding on to the emotions of the past. Okay. It's an anchor. That's what that is. It's not going to let you go anywhere. You keep worrying about things that happened in the past. You're not going anywhere. You're just going to stay there. You're going to stay stuck in that past. And the past we find is very depressing at times. You better not. No. Leave it alone.
Hey, Dinero. Dinero's on the prowl. Maybe I should.
Yeah, he was up under the bed just chilling until I walked out, and you want to get into everything now. But yeah, stop telling your stories of woe and start telling your stories of wow. Okay? So, and you know what? From this day forward, today is the 7th of December, 2022.
Yes.
6 of us on here, including you and I, let's make a vow, okay? Even if somebody did something bad or did something bad, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about our wows. Because, and it's true, I do it myself. I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't do it. I do it myself. So, hey, girl, let me tell you what happened. Guess what he did? Guess what she did? And guess what? I just did it the other day, and we're not playing ball. Get out. And I just did it the other day. But you know what? I should have redirected that energy into a wow, like this is saying. That's key. Instead of, what does it say? Yep. Stop telling your stories of woe and start telling new stories of wow.
The really cool stuff.
Right, Saba, that's right. He said, I enjoy talking about things I want in my life. Exactly. And that's the good things I want in my life. I'm not even going to talk about, I don't want nothing bad in my life. I realize that. Nope. Even that, that joke, people be like, oh, that's my future ex-husband, future ex-wife. I ain't speaking none of that into existence. No. Mm-mm.
It's that higher love.
Right.
Bring me the higher love.
Exactly. But we say things. I was telling my son earlier, I was like, I know you're talking about you're laughing, but I still have thoughts that come up, and I'm trying to really. It's gonna happen, Kelly. And when it happens, you speak out positive affirmations. Exactly. Peace.
Yeah.
Be peace. Peace. Be still. Right. Speak out positive affirmations. Speak to yourself. This happened in the past. It is not affecting me now, so there's no need for me to think about it now. Go. Go. Sorry, I had to discipline dog. But yeah, this happened in the past. It is not affecting me now. In fact, let's see what this says, because they're probably gonna give something better to say. Okay. As we interact with our environment and have experiences, we produce emotions to our body, and emotion is simply a chemical information. So Kelly, like you're saying, those thoughts coming up, and you're not the only one, so don't feel bad. You're not the only one. Everybody has negative thoughts that come up, or thoughts that happen in the past that come up, or things you think about and say, oh, I should have handled it this way, or I should have did it this way. I got a scenario that lives in my head every day, like, man, if I was still talking to that person, I'd say this. And it happened so long ago.
Can't bring it back, can't get it back.
Good. Yeah, that's key. You don't want to get triggered, because like they saying that your body is reacting just like it happened
yesterday.
Again.
Now,
like it happened right then, right? So it doesn't know it didn't happen. So every time you think about it, it's bringing them chemicals. That's how cancer gets fed, because everyone has abnormal cells. Now everyone has those. If they overgrow and become malignant, then we have a problem. Cancer, we know, is fed by stress. That's number one. Diet and exercise. So, where is it at? Okay. Says the emotion turns on a gene in order for us to adapt to our environment. We begin to modify our behaviors and actions. So that's why you don't want to change your behaviors and actions unless you're changing to better yourself. Yep, unless you change to better yourself. Yep. It says change your wiring so your body is reflecting the future. That means we are not to hold on to the experiences, the emotions of the experiences, or the recordings. We are to experience anew and not live in the past. So stop telling your stories of woe. Start telling your stories of wow. Embrace and embody wow. That's key. I had to read that again. I'm sorry, because I really like that. And I'm going to start doing that too. And as long as that's your belief, you're rewiring yourself and you will become that. And you're going to push that down to your children and everyone else. And that's how you break generational curses. That's how you remove blocks. That's how you get positive energy flow for generations to come. Because I could tell you, I mean, in my eyes, my mom and dad's very successful. However, I was also told, hey, you've got to work and you've got to do this and you've got to do this, which in turn kind of put a block in me, because when I couldn't work for anybody else, what was I supposed to do? Oh, well, Tiffany, work for yourself. Well, in my mind, I can't work for myself because I'm supposed to work for somebody else. That was my block. And I had to overcome this. And I created my business. And now I'm overcoming everything. I'm overcoming different things every day. I'm overcoming with you guys because you guys are helping me right now. So, where'd you go, Jamie?
I'm here just at the resident setting.
So, now you're going to keep this awareness. You can walk through the barriers to transform your life. So those barriers, like I said, When I was told, hey, you got to work for somebody, you got to do this, those were barriers that were created. Well, it wasn't like it was maliciously created, but that was what they were taught. And so forth and so forth. Now, as I see from the years, yeah, my mom and dad were doing better than my grandparents financially. And they want me to be, their offspring to do better than that. And now I'm in the mindset, hey, I'm trying to tell my son, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to work for anyone. You could do this on your own. You can have your own business. And that's what I'm instilling in him. You don't have to go work for somebody else. Hey, Miss Sonia, hey, sis. You don't have to work for anybody else. You can do it on your own. Now, if he gets a limiting belief, I will try to change that, but that's not my job. He's 22 years old, I'll let him know, hey, you're stopping yourself by believing this. Exactly. And you know what? And it's crazy because I'm gonna say it. Even my son will have to reprogram himself from the mistakes that I did because I didn't know any better. But I'm trying to combat it now. I'm trying to combat it now. And it's crazy, but we were put in a position where we were told basically that we can't do it without somebody else. But if this person started a business, why can't I start a business? And then it's told, hey, well, it's unrealistic. Unrealistic to who? So we can't let other people put blocks in us too. And it happened. Yes. I feel like you're blocked once you're born and you start hearing no, don't. You're gonna hurt yourself. A baby don't know they're gonna hurt themselves when they fall until the mom or the dad or somebody say, oh, that baby get up and walk off. And you say, oh my God. We'll turn around and start crying. So, got to think about things like that as well. So yeah, we actually start seeking new experience. When we actually start seeking new experiences and decide that we're not going to live by the same thoughts, behave the same way, or live in the same circumstances, or our soul pushes us there, it challenges our neurological wiring. So we have to make a conscious decision. It's just like someone going to AA. You have to make a conscious decision to make this change. Okay. Right. If I've never been an alcoholic, I've had other addictions, but I've never been an alcoholic, so I could tell you. But I could tell you when you want to kick a habit, okay, and you make a conscious decision to kick a habit, nothing is going to stop you from kicking that habit. Nothing. Now, you may have a doubt. For instance, someone could tell you, hey, you know what? You need to stop drinking. And at that point, you say, okay, I'll stop drinking. You didn't really want to, but they said you need to stop drinking. You're going to go through hell and high water to stop drinking. You're going to have a lot of problems trying to stop drinking because you didn't make that conscious decision to do that.
Somebody else made it for you.
Somebody else did for you. So it's not going to really work for you. But you got to consciously make that decision. When you consciously make that decision to make a change, you're rewiring your brain. You're rewiring how you react to certain situations. You're rewiring how you think about things. I so much want to get to the point that I'm like, oh, well, that's their fault. Not even their fault. That's what they think. So be it. And keep going. But I still have that issue where it comes back in my head and I'm like, I can't believe they did that. I'm gonna release that because that's a block that's holding me back still. It's still holding me back. How I release it, I don't know, but I'm gonna practice. When I figure it out, I'll share it. But you back yet?
Yes, I am now.
Okay.
That was hard.
But I'm going to read this. Breaking through our barriers. Know that as you seek to do new things, there will be resistances, and it is normal. So when you seek to do new things, when you want to kick a habit, when you want to make your first, I'm going to say $10,000 in your business, there's going to be resistances. It's going to happen, but it's up to you to combat that resistance. I mean, it would be nice, it would be beautiful if there was no resistance, but without resistance there's no effort. You know what I'm saying? Without resistance there's no effort. Huh?
You definitely appreciate it.
Exactly. You are normal. There is nothing wrong with you. Life is all about self-transformation, not condemnation. So don't condemn yourself. You can't condemn yourself. Remember, life is all energetic anyway. Energy is fluid. It flows. It's up to you to keep it flowing and how you want to keep it flowing. Now, it's not always going to be peaches and cream. That's life. But how you react to that, how you receive the bad feelings will dictate how you get those good feelings. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Like if you, oh my God, I always, with my luck, I know this isn't going to happen. Guess what? With your luck, it ain't going to happen then.
Well, you just focus on resistance. Yeah.
I got bad luck, or the devil made me do it. No, the devil ain't make you do nothing. You did it. You got to live in it. Change it around or wallow in your misery. Which one you want to do? It's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, knowing all this, you can walk through the barriers by using your imagination, role playing, and showing up and going through the experiences until you change it. Until you change it, change you, change the situation, or change the outcome. So, who does it say changes it? It didn't say Jamie changes it for Tiffany. It didn't say Tiffany changes it for Jamie.
No.
So you gotta do it for yourself.
Gotta do it for yourself.
You gotta do it for yourself. You gotta be accountable for your own actions. Do it for yourself. You block yourself. You put people in your life that you allow to block you from your blessings. Remember, you're doing it. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's you. No matter what.
No matter what.
Somebody can come say, hey, Tiffany, can you take me to the store? And I could know I got 25 things to do and I really can't take you to the store. And I say, okay, put you in the store. We get to the store and my car breaks down. Now I can't do anything I want to do. What's the first thing Tiffany gonna do? Because I took you because you needed to go to the store. Let me rephrase it. This is how we do it. You needed to go to the store, and because you did this and you did that, but it was your car, Tiffany's car, Tiffany's gas, Tiffany's keys. They asked Tiffany if she'd do it. Tiffany knew she had other things to do. and you know what? The universe is funny like that. When you put yourself last for other people, you're gonna be last, all right. Now you can't get done what you need to get done. Now you can't. You should have stood up. Now I ain't saying that that happened because of that, but 9 times that's the way things happen. Hey, YouTube, peace, Tiffany. Hey, so yeah. So it's in the long run is you. We are accountable for our own actions. We got to get out of our own way. We've got to get people out of our way that we let get in our way.
Yes. And get ourselves out of our own way.
Hey, see, Aisha. I didn't see who it was at first. Okay. But yeah, so that's key. I meant to send that to her. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send it out. I didn't even share it out. I'm sorry. I forgot. But anyway, you have anything to add?
No, it's on point. This is on point. And again, congruent with what we've been talking about for the last few days. And notice how everything comes back to the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Us being accountable for ourselves, us
Right.
being accountable for our actions and our reactions. It has a similar tone as every other day. How do we get out of our own way? Take accountability upon yourself.
Exactly. That's true.
But don't beat up on yourself. Don't put
Right.
yourself down. Lift yourself up. I am doing better tomorrow than I did today. I'm doing better today than I did yesterday.
Hey, I'm doing better right now than I was 2 minutes ago.
There you
Stop
go.
playing.
Positive
Stop
affirmation.
playing.
Positive
Stop playing. Don't resist allow. So what that means, when you start thinking that negativeness, maybe I don't deserve, or what if, and it's something negative, you're resisting. You're resisting what is in store for you. You want greatness. We all want greatness, right? Now, if we all want greatness, we want abundance, we want prosperity, we want all good things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why the heck are we talking about something bad? We shouldn't even be discussing anything bad being in there. It shouldn't be said, because when you focus on whatever you focus on is what you're going to get. So if you start focusing on the what ifs and the they may be, or it may be, or I may be, or whatever, guess what? You're going to start experiencing it. You should be always expecting the best, because you deserve the best. If you don't expect the best, that means you don't feel like you deserve the best. Now we got to figure out why you feel like you don't deserve the best. And you associated with me? And that's for everybody on here. You associated with me, you deserve the best. Call me queen, conceited, whatever you want to call me. But if you're associated with me, you deserve the best.
And that's
only
where
up from here, baby. Only up from here. Only up from here. So if you're feeling, oh, you don't deserve this and you don't deserve that, please disassociate yourself from me. Because we only deserve the best. We speak out positive affirmations.
And let's say it. I deserve the best.
Yes, that's what we expect, the best. Our goal is reaching the top. Anything less is uncivilized. Okay?
You did.
I say, see? Anything less is uncivilized. For real. We've got, and don't get me wrong, when y'all catch me slipping, because I'm not perfect and it will happen, but I'll try to catch myself. But you catch me slipping, hey, Tiffany, no, we don't speak like that. We speak out positive affirmations. And guess what? I'll do the same to you if you want me to. you know, I know it's in spirituality and they don't speak much about the Bible, but the Bible speaks a lot of truth. For like example, what is that one passage where they talk about was it two where two or more in agreement? That's why they say, shh, don't be telling everybody your business. Because if they're not in agreement, it ain't gonna happen if you let them create that with you, you know?
They could counter your action.
Right.
Why you don't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing.
Right. So my thing is hey, I'm speaking out positive. I'm not gonna let anybody else create my reality but me. Oh, Tiffany, you ain't gonna make it. Oh, Tiffany, you crazy. Okay. Watch me be crazy and make it. Watch this.
Right.
Watch this.
My doing is not for someone else to interpret, okay?
And I'm not doing it to prove it to them.
Though I may. I've done a couple of things where, people tried to set me up to fail, and I did stay to show them you can't interfere with this flow.
At all.
Mm-mm. And this was the first time I didn't fight like that, I'm fighting
and
different.
Know what? And the funny part is once we get in alignment, you won't even have to fight. What did it say? Don't resist, allow.
Yeah, there's no fight. There's no fight. It's just do you. And that's what it means. Get off of that. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. Exactly. You don't have to show anybody anything. You don't have to keep restating who you are. If they don't know who you are,
anything to anybody but yourself.
Leave them ignorant. That's right. Leave them ignorant. You don't have to prove anything. And where there was a lack of love, I filled in the blanks. Because the first person that can love me most is who?
Me. Can't nobody love me like I love me.
So I had to love me every day. I've loved me for a very long time. I actually used to have a relationship where I get in the mirror and be, hey, sexy.
Oh, where? That Cardi B, when she said, walk up past the mirror.
Okay.
Oh, that before I took the mirrors out my bedroom, because that's a whole nother story. But I go in the bathroom. Girl, you fine. You so
hey, sexy. Yeah, who was that? Oh, girl.
I love me some me.
Yes.
I love me some me. Call me conceited. Nah, I'm convinced.
Yes.
What? Now I'm gonna tell you, growing up, I used to think, thought I was ugly. I thought I wasn't as pretty as my sister. What happened the other day on the phone?
You saw your sister.
I used to be like, oh, my sister is so much prettier than me, and I'm so ugly, and I gotta wear glasses and da-da-da-da. Even with my glasses on, I'm on the phone, I look down, I did a double take, and was like, oh my God, I just saw my sister.
Yeah.
I look like her. Because I've always thought my sister was the most beautiful person in the world. You couldn't tell me my sister wasn't gorgeous. We're same mother and father, but I just thought I was just not as pretty as her. And I'm like, I do look like her.
Yeah. I had that happen too. And with my mom and her sister, I didn't realize that they looked so much alike either until one morning I just saw my mom and her sister. And I'm like, oh my God, you and your sister look just alike. And I never noticed it.
Yeah, but it took me a while. And even with my size, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm still working on it. But I still love me.
Good.
Yes, I love me, and I wish I was a little bit bigger. So does that mean I don't love myself? I don't think it means I don't love myself. I think it might mean that I might not love myself in 100% because there's still something I would like to change. I feel, and I could be wrong, I feel like when you're totally okay and in love with yourself, there's nothing that you want to change about yourself, period. No matter what it is. I don't know anybody that gets to that point. I would love to see someone at that point. Yep. See? So, it's always going to be something. But the key is not to let it hold you back. Don't let negative thoughts, feelings, situations hold you back. Be a temporary thing. Temporary thing. Been and threw your whole life away. So that positive energy flow is all about us changing it ourselves, That's what it is. Don't resist, allow the past, the old recordings, and the emotions attached to them to be in the past as you bring in the desired futures in the ways we explained in the previous sections on alignment. Allow the resistance to be present so that the transformations can happen. So, I don't know if Kelly was still here. You heard that? But yeah, allow the resistances to be present so the transformations can happen. Remember, self-transformation, not condemnation. Do not blame yourself for things that happen. Take those lessons, learn from them, because when you learn and you know better, you do better.
Mm-hmm. And it's okay to make mistakes. So don't beat yourself up.
You have to make mistakes in order to learn.
That's right.
I mean, if without a mistake, if it's not a mistake, how would you learn? How would you know?
Then once you learn, you're going to be tested on what you know.
Exactly.
To see, did you really get the lesson? So it doesn't stop with the aha moment. The aha moment is just acknowledgement.
Yeah. You do understand it. You do understand 1 + 1 is 2. Now let me see if you really understand 1 + 1 is 2.
Yes. And it's gonna be.
We're gonna bring it to you a few different ways.
Thank you.
And then when we see that you got the lesson, we're gonna wait a while, and then we're gonna send it again. You gotta get tested. See, you gotta go kindergarten, first grade, kindergarten, elementary school,
preschool,
junior high, preschool, kindergarten, right? Junior high, and then high school, college. Oh, don't forget grad school.
Okay. And if you're going for the masters, hey, you're gonna have to write a book, baby. You're gonna have to write a book.
Look, I got an aunt that's 96 years old. She probably like,
that's the doctorate. You gotta write the doctorate.
She probably like, look, I got this now.
Okay.
But yeah, don't use any false methods of suppressing and denying what will be churning inside you or the stories and judgments spinning in your mind. Allow them to be fully experienced by you so you can be released. Oh, so they can be released and you can be done with them. If it's not the current truth, it's just a recording that needs to be neutralized without suppressing or denying it and without drugs to artificially bury it. So that's beautiful. Already, huh?
You see it coming together?
That's cute. I like that.
Turquoise and chalcopyrite.
Okay. So, exercise. Or stress release. Release, whatever you want to say. But you have to figure out something. I was saying before when I was with the papers, they talk about Tai Chi, meditation. You want to redirect that energy, okay? You want to redirect that energy. That's why they have those destroy rooms, those rooms that you knock stuff and break stuff and stuff like that. Go throw some rocks or toss whatever you got to do to release stress or redirect that feeling that you have. If you're feeling mad, if it's making you angry, and you go to the gym and pound that out, whatever you need to do. But it's for you to transmute that energy. You could take that boy, who was it? It was somebody that used to get really upset and then, hey, Kelly, and they could draw their tail off once they just get into their craft real good when they get upset because they was redirecting their energy.
And putting it into their art.
Yeah, figure out how to do that. Redirect your energy into your craft and create beautiful things. Yeah. Okay. For example, I had a friend that says when she would get upset, she would start baking. And one day she was just baking, and her husband was like, "What's wrong? What did I do?" And she's like, "Nothing. She was just baking." But she would create
that was her outlet.
Yeah, that was her outlet. And that's what we have to figure out. What is our outlet? Sometimes we don't even know our own selves to know what our outlet's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Don't know what I can do to release this energy. Me, I go to the gun range. That's what I do right now. That works for me. But and the reason why is because, or I make candles, but I really don't like making candles when I'm upset because I don't want to put that energy into my candles.
Same way
That's why I go to the gun range and I
work it out.
Yeah. I don't like to create candles when I'm angry for the simple fact that energy, I don't want to put it into my candles.
Yeah.
Unless it's some candles for some stuff. That's something different. We don't want to talk about that. I haven't made any of those because I haven't been that upset. So, but that's pretty much, I'm going to leave that for here because we still got like 23 more days to go.
Yeah, we'll have more to talk about.
Yes. We got 6 people on here right now.
Hey, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Tiffany, for sharing your energy, and everyone that's vibing with us. Renee.
And Aisha, I am so sorry. I was supposed to send this to you. I apologize. I didn't send it out to anybody. I'm terrible.
What's that?
No, I'm not. I made a mistake.
Oh, you were getting ready to say you were terrible and you realized you're not.
Yeah, I'm not terrible. I made a mistake. So
terribly awesome. You're terribly awesome.
Yes. So we will be back tomorrow. You got anything to add?
No. Just almost done with something that's going to be profoundly beautiful.
Cool. And yeah, we're going to go through some more of this book, you guys. If you guys want a copy of this book, let me know, and I'll see I can get it for you.
Okay. Is it something we can get on Amazon or?
I don't know. It's called Advanced Life Network. I know I paid $3.95 for it.
And that's not bad at all.
Mm-mm.
That's not bad at all, pricing wise.
No, it's not. But yeah, we're gonna work on this together. We're gonna work on all this. We are gonna be getting each other in check. Like, hey, we don't think like that. It was only greatness. Mr. Samba said, "Thank you, Princess, for giving us something to enjoy while we were viewing."
My in and outness. Well, it is beautiful though, actually. So can you guys see it? Let me get over there.
Move back a little bit. Oh, that's pretty.
Yes, turquoise, and I forget.
Is it going to be a pendulum? A pendulum?
I hadn't thought about it. I was really thinking a ring with the turquoise center, and then it has.
So it has to bend. You're going to bend it.
Oh,
all right. So it's straight like a ring. What is that? 4-finger ring?
Well, it could be either or. At this point, it's just the vein. This is one way that when you're doing the wrap, you want to wrap it first and then bend it around your dowel. And this is what I would be wrapping it around to the specific finger size. And to actually get a finger size, I have this one. There we go. Which is also a wraparound.
Okay.
Now this came, you guys, just again repeating. This is reflective of what we're doing here. This is what the ancestors gave me to do. I've been around jewelry making. I've sold much art and what have you. I never knew it lay dormant inside me until I started working with the wire, working with the gemstones, working with resin is actually how it started. I wanted to make orgonite and protect myself. And then people started asking for stuff I wasn't doing. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I make earrings now. Okay, well, I guess I make bracelets now. Okay, I guess I make everything.
What did you do to unblock that blockage that let you find out that you were an artisan?
I wasn't blocked by it. Like
just didn't know it was there, huh?
I just right. I'll tell you, I ordered a piece of orgonite from a friend of mine who I've known for years that has made orgonite pieces. And anytime they came into town, I would go to the Spirit Fair, find their booth, and get me another piece of orgonite. And so when COVID hit, and I knew the 5G, the EMF was a heightened electromagnetic frequency resulting from the 5G technology. And so I was like, how do I need to protect myself. I knew how. So I reached out to my friend and was like, look, I'm going to spend a little bread with you because I need protective devices for in the home and traveling and on a body. Mm-hmm. And so one piece that I ordered was supposed to be two-sided with no metal because the person I was ordering it for had skin sensitivities to metals. So it was just going to be the pure resin orgonite. Well, he sent me a metal piece and it was so sloppily done, which I'm thankful for. You know, mistakes happen. I try not to send out my mistakes unless I'm sending them as a gift. But at any rate, I got this and I'm like, hey, this ain't even what I ordered, you know, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, I can make this. So I started looking up the Wilhelm method in developing orgonite. And I studied it for about 4 months. And then I went ahead and I bought the materials that it said that I would need to make it happen. And then I started working with it. And there was some trial and error, you know, like I poured a whole tray of resin and it wasn't properly mixed. And so it was a sticky mess. And it's like, oh, my stones are lost in there. And, you know, I had to go through that. I had to learn how to de-stick. Nala wants to say hi to everybody and be a lapdog. Yes. Yeah. So that's how this was born. And I just, people, like I said, people started requesting other things. And then I started to make other things. And when I get upset, when I'm worried, when I don't have an answer, like I'm going through my things right now, this is perfect outlet. In my packing, I made sure I packed as much of my jewelry making and resin stuff as I could, you know, so that I would have something to do when I got to my next destination. That's an
overgrown dog. It's not about
it's about to eat my turquoise. Down. Yeah. So that's why I am delighted to even share this like while we're doing this live, because this is what I do. This is an unblocking. This is clearing for me. This is me working on something else for someone. Who knows who it'll end up being for? It might be somebody in the audience tonight, might be somebody else out there who needs this piece. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so this is working through. This is clearing those blockages, opening the door for opportunity. I can make mistakes and I can learn from those mistakes, but if I never go after it, then I can't know what the mistake is to learn from. You see? So
exactly. That's what we were saying earlier, right?
yes, yes.
So, well, we are going to go ahead and get off.
Look, real quick. This one is from one of my first pours.
Oh, that's pretty.
I had to I just kept pouring resin in it, restirring it until it finally cured. So that I could retain that shungite in there. And I just really like the piece itself. It's like pyrite, shungite, and red jasper. It's a power piece. That. Yeah. But that was a salvage. And then later I just wrapped it. Actually, just since here, I wrapped it, and now it's ready.
In my mind, and I'm gonna talk to you when we get off of here.
Okay.
To see if you could do it. Well, no, okay. I know you can. We're gonna figure it out.
Okay.
Princess is Cane Corso. Cane Corso.
Yes, Cane Corso. And she's eating one of my resin flowers right now. Should I beat her with something?
No. Did you say beat? Call the people on her.
Did. Look what she did to my flower.
Shouldn't have been on her reach.
See the wet? She done zerbered my resin flower. Bad, but
wait. I know you're not talking. Look what my dog did to my skull candle.
I'm not laughing. Dinero. And don't you just, I mean, they don't even, if you whoop them, they don't understand the whooping.
No. And
no.
Look, this is all pieces of it.
Hold on, because she's trying to make yourself sick, silly girl. Go. Okay, 1,000 pardons here. Let me see.
I said the other parts of it.
He wanted to see what it tastes like.
I'm gonna go running.
It probably looked like a cupcake to
him. Right. Good night, you guys.
Good night, you guys. Thank you for joining us. Find your place, find your work, find your talent, find your gift.
Yes. And we will be back tomorrow. Right. We'll be back tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel.
Tune in.
Good night. I'm about to call you. All right.
Okay.
Peace. I'm gonna call you in a minute, Jamie.
Okay.
All right. See y'all.